Good day, panelists, and good day to our research advisor, Ms. Jocelyn Naik. And today we will be discussing about the qualitative research study conducted by Group 9 entitled Digital Discourse to Real World Politics, Social Media as a Contributing Factor to the Formation of Political Beliefs. I am researcher Davidine Arcilio Butil.
I am Riza May P. Claro.
I'm Kim Lian C. Irajel.
And I am Janelle Ann M. Marapulas.
There are multiple factors that contribute to the formation of political beliefs of an individual. This includes their education, their occupation, their gender, and their family relations. And as digital communication platforms are revolutionized, social media has been a new and large player in contributing to the active formation of political beliefs of an individual. This has been very evident in the 2022 elections in the Philippines as social media was extensively utilized in spreading political agendas and campaigns and has been taken advantage of to spread malice and false information in favor of certain individuals or candidates in the elections. Information dissemination methods over the past 10 years have shifted from newspaper publications to television news programs and now social media platforms. According to Zaitsev, these platforms reduces the cost of communication, increases the speed of dissemination of information, and presents new data that are not only an important resource but also fundamentally changes the information available to conflict actors or those individuals that partake in political discussions, thereby shaping political discussions themselves and contributes to the formation of political beliefs that influences the real world. And now for the general problems of our research, we aim to answer how our political beliefs are formed through the influence of social media. What are the factors that contribute to the formation of political beliefs and how does this impact the interpersonal relationship of senior high school students? And generally, how does this impact the country of the Philippines itself?
And now we're discussing the review of related literature.
Social media has changed people's views on political belief and fundamentally changed how we obtain information and form opinions as a more progressive digital era has emerged. According to Bradshaw 2020, social media have come to dominate almost every aspect of human interaction, from interpersonal relations to the global economy. Also, according to Park 2013, one social media platform, Twitter, tend to play a role as a new type of generator or news disseminator, irrespective of their social, economic, or political standing. This statement is relevant to the present-day influence and purpose of social platforms in general.
Impact of echo chambers. An echo chamber is an environment where a person only encounters information or opinions that reflect and reinforce their own. This signifies a group of persons with the same viewpoints or perspectives. It is an illustration of how individuals feel the urge to connect with like-minded peers, a phenomenon known as homophilia. According to the study, The Echo Chamber Effect on Social Media conducted by Sinilei and others, social media platforms are more prone to generate echo chambers as they can restrict the exposure of a person to contradicting information that will affect his viewpoints, thus reinforcing and supporting establishment of groups with similar views, opinions, and perspectives. This could occur in political beliefs enforced by social media as it stratifies or restricts other political viewpoints that do not align with their political stand. This will aid in understanding the capacity of social media to establish echo chambers that can greatly affect or influence the formation of social media users' political beliefs. The next theme, algorithm bias and manipulation, in related literature will be discussed by Mr. Putil.
Data manipulation is actively being a threat to democracies around the globe. It has been found in the 2020 data manipulation survey conducted by Oxford Internet Institute that 93% of the participating countries around the globe has political discussions and communications that involves the discussion of unreliable information and manipulated data. It has been concluded in a study conducted by Shen and Shu in 2015 how information manipulation may reshape the citizen's mind and beliefs in the social fundamentals and discourage them from joining collective action granted that reform sometimes actually takes place. This illustrates the power that data manipulation holds as it can prevent social reforms to take place. This persistent culture of data manipulation online could greatly impact the formation of political beliefs of its users and impact the world that they live in.
The findings of the research study should benefit the following sector of society. Students. The study's finding will help them become more aware of how social media changes and influences their own political ideas. It will also assist them in distinguishing between reliable online information and false information, making them more responsible and self assured when making decisions. Parents. This study will help parental figures learn how to deal with circumstances involving political differences, particularly between intimate ties such as those with their children. This study can serve as a guide for them to educate themselves, their children, and others around them on how to use social media safely and properly. Educators. The findings of the study will assist teachers in educating their pupils about the necessity of responsible and proper internet usage, as well as raising awareness about the implications of gathering political material on social media without confirming it, and how it can affect informing their political ideas. School administrators. The research will assist school administrators and management in holding various seminars and programs addressing the influence of social media and how it contributes in forming their political beliefs, as well as providing recommendations for creating a healthy environment for students to comfortably and freely engage in political discourses on school grounds.
Our research study could also potentially hold substantial value for the Philippine government as it pleased policy making institutions in the country to authoring regulatory laws for content regulation and algorithmic systems and calls for a need to employ laws and regulations that could prevent the proliferation of misinformation and disinformation in social media platforms that could effectuate the dichotomy that is in our country. This research study also helps our country in a way that it aims to find and uncover means to effectively deal with political differences of individuals during discourses and aid in the de-escalation of the volatile political climate of the country. Last but not the least, this research study will greatly help prospective researchers for their research studies in the future as it contributes to the body of knowledge wherein the subject of the study is very relevant. It provides valuable insights for the future researchers to study the complex interplay between social media discourses and political discourses themselves and helps them to keep up in the ever evolving changes in both of these fields.
Here are the following questions that will be asked for the participants of our research on the respective objective that we aim in order for us to gather useful and relevant information of our research. In your experience, how significantly have social media platforms influenced your own political views and opinions? The objective of this question is to assess the extent to which individuals' personal political views and opinions have been influenced by their experiences on social media platforms. 2. Can you provide specific examples of how digital discourse on social media has influenced your personal political views and the views of others in your social media network? The objective of this question is to gather specific and illustrative examples of instances where digital discourse on social media has shaped the political beliefs of individuals and their social networks. 3. How do individuals navigate the challenges of discerning reliable information and credible sources in the digital discourse of social media, and how does this affect their political beliefs? The objective of this question is to examine the strategies and approaches individuals employ when confronted with the challenge of distinguishing reliable information and credible sources within the digital discourse on social media, and to understand how these challenges impact their political beliefs. 4. Would you be open to having conversations with individuals who hold contrasting political views? The objective of this question is to explore individuals' willingness and receptiveness to engage in constructive dialogues with individuals who hold differing political views, and to identify any factors that influences their openness to such discussions. 5. What recommendations and strategies do individuals propose of using social media as a tool for informed political engagement and the formation of well-rounded political beliefs? The objective of this question is to collect recommendations, insights, and strategies proposed by individuals for effectively utilizing social media as a means of informed political engagement and for fostering the development of well-rounded and informed political beliefs. And now, we will be discussing the methodologies of the research.
In this study, a phenomenological approach will be used to explore the thoughts and opinions of the participants regarding the impact or influence of social media in forming their political beliefs. Padilla and Diaz defined this approach as seeking to comprehend the essence of an individual's experiences and is most commonly used to explore real life encounters or learn more about how individuals think. This is the most appropriate approach to use in the study as it intends to identify the students' thoughts and perspective on their political stance and how social media impacted their decisions. Ms. Irajel will be discussing the purposive sampling method.
The study will employ purposive sampling for the participant selection method. The researcher searches for the participants who can and are willing to supply it based on their knowledge or previous work, a definition based on a study by Tonko in 2007. This sampling strategy will be used to make sure that the respondents' knowledge is relevant to the research. And Ms. Claro will be discussing the semi-structured interview.
Semi-structured interview allows for comprehensive feedback from open-ended questions, enabling the collection of rich, elaborate, and detailed data. Also, semi-structured interview, according to Humphrey and Lee 2007, allows interviews the degree of freedom to explain their thoughts and to highlight areas of particular interest and expertise that they felt they had, as well to enable certain responses to be questioned in greater depth, and in particular to bring out resolved apparent contradictions. Researchers have chosen to use a semi-structured interview because they are commonly used in qualitative research studies, and also to gain more deeper understanding of the subject under investigation.
And for the utilized form of data analysis method that was preset by our research advisor, we will be utilizing in vivo coding. In vivo coding involves the participants and listing their words in verbatim. It involves using the participants' exact words and phrases and written as codes to capture their lived experiences and perspectives. This is done to preserve the authenticity and the richness of their overall expressions and will be used by the researchers in order for them to collect data that is relevant to the research itself.
This research study will be conducted on the school grounds given that the chosen participants in this study will be the students of St. Francis of Assisi College, Bacoor campus. This will result in more convenient and less stressful data gathering from both researchers and the participants since the interviews will be conducted at a time favorable to them in order to avoid conflict with one's schedule. And now, Ms. Clara will be explaining when will a research interview be conducted.
Given that the participants and respondents for this research are students from St. Francis of Assisi College, Bacoor campus, the study will take place in the vicinity of the school grounds. Interviews are scheduled by the researchers for after classes. This is best for everyone involved as it avoids conflict for both parties and makes sure use of various facilities on the school grounds, which ensures a hassle-free and convenient way to collect data. The interviews will in-depth and will reveal how social media influences the political belief of the student who attend the academic institution.
The researcher will ensure that impartial, accurate, and trustworthy samples are gathered for the study, which will involve grade 11 senior high school students at the Bacoor campus of St. Francis of Assisi College, ages 16 to 19. The age range of the participants was chosen with the understanding that people in this age range are typically seen engaging in active social media use and participating in online political debates. To take part in the study are 15 grade 11 senior high school students from the STEM, ABM, UMS, GAS, and TVS strands will be selected to guarantee 3 people from each strand will take part in the study.
And that concludes our presentation. Any recommendation, questions, and clarification would be highly appreciated by the Group 9 researchers. Thank you and God bless you.